And we're obviously like the new wave,
Yeah.
late 70s, early 80s. They had a couple of big songs, Ghosts, and they were kind of, I hate using that term, thinking man's anything, but they were slightly more. They didn't fit in as well with like the Spandau Ballets and the Duran Durans, even though they were a bit later, but whatever. Him on his own though did an album with Ryuichi. So I'm gonna go Sakamoto. They don't count because they're not solo. When he did finally come out with his own song Reggaetar and the album Brilliant Trees, which is just a great album, it's a little bit more jazzy. You can hear the elements of like, you can hear a bit of Leonard Cohen in it and stuff like that. You can't put him into the new wave electro thing, really, electronic kind of stuff that much with that album. It is a bit jazzy, it's a bit Scott Walker-y. You can hear how that song influenced maybe Jeff Buckley and therefore Radiohead.
Yeah, of course.
But if you hear, it's a really good song. It's one of those ones that's all over the gaff at the start. Reminds me a little bit sometimes actually of Can't Change Me, where you think you know what way the song is going when you first hear it, then it changes up and it becomes quite catchy. Then it goes to a very uncatchy bit.
It has like a different kind of styles all in the pot together. Yeah,
David Sylvian is a very good person to listen to when you don't know what else to listen to, I think. Brilliant Trees is a great album. It's called Brilliant Trees? God, I hope it's called Brilliant Trees. It'd be mad awkward if it wasn't.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I would have said Screaming Trees if I was wrong.
Yeah, I think so.
I wonder would Mark Lanigan have listened to much David Sylvian? Probably not.
Maybe that's where he got the name.
Who is your next one?
Could be. My next one is Q-Tip, Breathe and Stop.
Yeah, that was a great song to come out with.
Diggy, diggy, diggy. Yeah.
They had a bad breakup, didn't they? Or did they?
Yeah, the lads were sick, and you know, I think Five Dog had kidney failure or something. And
didn't Q-Tip always think he was a little bit better than everyone else?
He was.
Well, he was, but didn't he know it?
He was very vocal about it.
Yeah,
very vocal about it. There's actually a super Tribe Called Quest documentary on Netflix.
Oh, it's brilliant.
It's really, really good.
It's brilliant.
Even if you're not into Tribe Called Quest, it's definitely worth watching.
It is, yeah. Cry Before Quest.
A Tribe Before Quest. Like that's from 1999 as well.
That's not 99.
Yeah.
I thought that was earlier.
No, 1999.
I would have put that at like 95, 96.
No, 1999 from Amplified.
My clock is off.
Yep, my clock.
I didn't listen to Amplified much, the album.
That's the second single off the album, and I'm going to be honest with you, I couldn't tell you what the first one was.
Like a lot of rap songs, there's a billion songs on it.
Yeah. And half of them are
albums.
skits.
Yeah.
Lads talking to answering machines and stuff like that. When that song came out, it was a perfect little club banger that you get. There's certain styles of song that only work in one setting, you know?
Yeah.
Like especially with like kind of anything electronic or hip hoppy, there's some stuff only works in club. And there's some stuff that like just sounds stupid listening at home, you know?
It's clever to come out with a club song.
Yeah. Like it makes perfect. Look, that's how 50 Cent done it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like two notes, and you know you're in there.
Yeah, or fucking tops off.
Oh!
Yeah, tops off, let's do it. Like, coming out with like a little club banger is a perfect choice. And also, doesn't really fit with the style of music he wanted to do in the first place. Like, you go back and listen to that kind of Tribe Called Quest stuff, and they didn't really do club bangers, really.
No, that reminds me of music you'd put on for a barbecue. And I don't mean that in a bad way.
Yeah.
I mean, Bonita Applebum is just a nice, lovely song.
Exactly. And
lyrically, his lyrics are so good.
Yeah, he has a way of getting odd stuff into plain sentences, which is a gift in itself.
And you wouldn't think his voice was great, but
it's because it's not great. It's
real nasally. Yeah.
But like, there's people who make entire careers out of it, like Be Real.
But it doesn't really matter when he's delivering the way he does it. He's phenomenal. His
flow is impeccable. He's an absolute perfectionist. The way he puts stuff together, like he's I think his father was a famous musician. His father was a famous jazz musician, I think. So it's in the blood. It's a bit like Nas, where it's just born to it. And he knew exactly what he wanted to do, and I think that might have rubbed a lot of the other lads in Tribe the wrong way. So when that whole thing just started disintegrating, he was like, fuck this, I'll do it myself. And he came out, and I think, I could be wrong, I think that fucking I think Breathe and Stop could have charted higher than any fucking Tribe song before. Possibly. I have to look into that more, but it feels like that was more popular than any Tribe song. I got, like, there's something about that song. It's it's timeless and infamous. Like, you can play that now and everybody will know it. Whether they're 20 years of age, whether they're born years after that came
releasing that song and the album cover looked like he was going for a certain market that you wouldn't have expected
that fit into like that kind of
it did.
Nelly
it did, and you just wouldn't have expected it. Now it's still a cut above that, but like, to look at that album cover, I remember the first time thinking that's not what I expected. It's all
metallic and shiny,
and he's wearing isn't he wearing a big fur coat or something?
It's
wasn't expecting it, but listen.
Well, that's obviously what he was told to do. You want to sell fucking records now?
Yeah.
You know, copy that country grammar fucking thing and do the Tongue Song fucking too.
Yeah.
Right, what's your next one?
It is What You Waiting For by Gwen Stefani. I absolutely love this song. First time I heard it, because I never liked Now Do. I just didn't like them.
Yeah.
I think Don't Speak is a fine song, but it was killed by the radio on MTV. So it's one of those songs gone. I can't enjoy it anymore. I never really massively did. I don't like there's a massive reggae aspect to them as well. So reggae and ska, more ska.
Yeah, they started
Spider
off
webs and stuff.
as like a fucking whatever third wave American kind of ska bullshit band, and they took them fucking years to get anywhere.
Like a lot of those bands, you had to graft really hard in that because there was so much of that. It was easy music to make, and it was
Well, I remember that Tragic Kingdom album coming out, and it was fucking huge. And I also, even though I was only a young fella, I remember still feeling sickened that she was on the cover and the rest of the band weren't.
Well, they were doing that from the start with her. They were trying to get her out of that band. I think the label were in her ear.
I think she married two different lads in that band.
She was definitely married to one of them.
Yeah.
Was the bass player?
I can't remember. I think there might have been two lads.
It's not our fault we don't know the name of them. They didn't have a massive single after the band. So
yeah, well, like after that it was all over. But yeah, that single that was fucking huge as well.
It's the second song on my list that's about going solo. And it's a good song. It's a good thing to sing about. Peter Gabriel did about it. Your first song is about it being your first song. Now, it pisses me off a little bit because lyrically it's quite clever about doubting yourself in your capacity to write a song. And in that, it's really clever and it's really relatable. However, if you look at how many people she had with her writing and producing
I was going to say, do you reckon she wrote that?
No, well, Linda Perry wrote most of it.
Yeah.
Of Four Non Blondes and Pink songwriter.
Yeah.
She's fantastic. She's absolutely fantastic.
Well, a lot of songs, a lot of Pink songs were written by Tim Armstrong from Rancid as well.
But Linda Perry would have launched Pink as well.
Yeah.
It's how do you get the girl who comes from rock, or to get her into rock, put the kind of edgier style on her.
Yeah.
Because she comes from Four Non Blondes, it's going to be a little bit rockier. She came up with the title of the song, Linda Perry did, What You Waiting For? When she said it to her, what are you waiting for? I was like, okay, that could be the name of the song. It's fast. It's a very fast song. I think I play that a lot. If there's a slightly older crowd in, because it's very fast. I think it's 138 or nearly 140 BPM. So I sometimes have to slow that down at the start because it comes in with the tick tock straight away.
There's a bunch of those. To be fair, there's a bunch of those Gwen Stefani songs that were fucking huge.
Yeah, well, the first album is massive.
Like,
I was going to call it Blood Sugar Sex Magic, but it's something like that. Love, Angel, Death,
it's another,
Lasagna. I don't know.
I forever will associate fucking her and everything she's ever been involved with for some reason with the Chili Peppers. I think the style that they used to promote her was a similar thing they were using for the Chili Peppers.
Well, the way the Chili Peppers went, you wouldn't see her a mile away from the bill.
Yeah.
On that. Yeah. I do like that song a lot. She's talking about those Japanese Harajuku girls in it. Yeah. Didn't think that was the thing that was going to last, and it didn't.
No, it didn't. No.
Married to Gavin Rossdale.
Yeah. Who apparently, that new Bush song is supposed to be deadly. I haven't heard it yet.
It's a new one?
Yeah.
We'll have to do a podcast on bands that were forgotten about but had secret bangers along the way when everyone...
They didn't.
Yeah.
I love Bush. I love the first two in particular Bush albums.
Yeah.
And the third one's okay.
But then the chemicals between us and all that.
Yeah. There's some okay
Science,
stuff on
is that what it's called? No.
It's called the
Science of Things.
Between us.
The Science of Things, no? No, you're thinking of the chemicals between us.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
You've scuttered me brain there.
Sorry.
And everything after that, garbage. I mean, absolute audio cancer.
And Gwen Stefani was killing him then.
Yeah.
She was... I remember that song more than I do, like you said, later Bush. And What You Waiting For is an instantly lovable song. It got really good reviews from everyone, like rock journalists. No, it had everything. It's a dance rock pop song. And that is my choice. So what is your next one?
I think this is my last one as well.
I think it is.
I think it is my last. It is my last one. My last one is David Lee Roth, Yankee Rose.
Okay. I don't know much about this song. I wouldn't be even a massive Van Halen fan, let alone a solo.
I like Van Halen as much as the next guy.
Unless the next guy is Ken.
He was obsessed.
On the Nerdy podcast, Ken. Yeah.
Van Halen were always perfectly fine for me. Yeah. Like when I
very, very talented man.
Incredibly talented. Seemed to be a gang of kind of arseholes. Would arseholes be the right word? Like cocky, drug-addled arseholes. And
they'd be like the classic rock bro dudes, maybe.
Yeah. Now, since listening to interviews with David Lee Roth and all, apparently absolute diamond. That's what they call him, Diamond Dave. Like an absolute gentleman.
Really?
Like absolute gentleman. Does loads of stuff for communities. Mad into like hiking and just a bog standard bloke. He's not a psychopath at all. But obviously,
he's not Sebastian Bach.
No, far from. There's a band that could have been huge. There's
absolutely.
another podcast, bands that could have been huge.
Yeah.
That fucking exploded.
Yeah.
So obviously Van Halen turned absolute shite. The lads were touring that album was in 1984, which had Panama and stuff like that. And
I love that song.
So good. That's
I
my
do
favourite.
like that.
Yeah.
That's my. Oh, what
Panama
about
Ain't Talking About Love?
Ain't Talking About Love. Those are my two favourite.
Jesus, that's so good.
Apollo 440 robbed that riff.
Yeah.
Brilliant. That'll translate really well into the podcast. Everyone's already laughing, going, I'm mortified for the both of them.
Sickener. Casting sickeners upon us from thousands of miles away. So David Lee Roth went out on his own. Now, he did, after the band just kind of disintegrated and kind of half kicked him out, he half left. He had put out like a little EP of lounge music. He wanted to do like a real jokey kind of type of thing. And I don't know how well it was received, I'm not sure. But he banged out an album called Eat 'Em and Smile in 1986. And Steve Vai co-wrote the album and played guitar on the album. So Yankee Rose, the most famous thing about Yankee Rose is the talking guitar. He uses like a wah-wah or a yo-yo pedal or something like that. And and it's David Lee Roth talking to the guitar. He's like, who's that over there? And the guitar goes, wah, 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 wah. It's like a fucking clanger, you know what I mean? Talking back to him. The song itself was big and it's perfectly fine, but if you hear it every 6 years, that's once enough, like, you know what I mean? That's just enough. But that, in terms of like a breakout, that made him big. Like he'd done California Girls and he'd done a bunch of covers after that.
Yeah, it's when he's getting his name out there because everyone knows the name of Van Halen. And he was called that because of Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah, exactly. He was apparently an absolute scumbag.
Really?
By all accounts, absolute scumbag. The main reason that the band broke up in the first place, that he was absolutely drug-addled, wasn't showing up to rehearsals, was fucking up on tour, wasn't writing new material, all this kind of stuff. Which is weird because I think their best album is the one that they broke up on, and then they got Sammy Hagar in, and forget about that now.
Apparently he wrote the Beat It solo on the fly.
Really?
Strolled in, fucked up, went, and what solo? I don't know how true that is. That's just fucking rock talk 101.
Yeah, isn't it? But they say that about like Kerry King for the Beastie Boys and all that kind of stuff as well. They just sat in. I also say Michael Jackson wrote the music for Sonic 2.
I remember hearing that rumor.
Yeah, apparently that's true as well. Apparently that's actually real. That's real. There is another podcast, musical legends that we can prove. Apparently, Mihal fucking Yaxon fucking was in the studio while the boys are doing Sonic or something. I went in.
Oh my god, it's like a little blue hedgehog.
He's a little blue guy.
He used to go diddly.
Exactly.
Green Hill Zone.
That's the green giant.
Yeah, but I remember
sweet corn.
Yeah, but I don't remember Bo Selected.
Green Hill Zone.
Do you not remember Bo Selected when they go and visit his house and he's got a big green giant? He goes, "What's that, Michael?" Green giant.
Yeah, right, there you go. I don't remember Bo Selected.
It's basically taking the piss that Michael Jackson used to buy stupid statues and random stuff.
Garbage. But Eat 'Em and Smile was the album. Yankee Rose was the song. It's 1986. Steve Vai obviously was fucking huge anyway. And went on to get bigger and bigger and bigger. But the big thing about that song is that the talking guitar was kind of famous, and it was played to death on the fucking radio as well. And that's my last one for this one. I'm gonna finish on Diamond Dave.
I'm gonna shoot in at the last one with Stevie Nicks, Edge of 17. How big were Fleetwood Mac when she released that?
Like
Big.